A shortfall of 500,000 skilled workers. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, we need to have a look at this article. This is from the Business Council of Australia. A dramatic shift to save Australia's economy. Now, I think we're going to start hearing more and more articles like this appearing in the media, and it's going to be calls for more migration. That's what it's going to be, everyone. So, Australia should rebrand to entice workers from overseas to fill vacant jobs as quickly as possible, Business Council of Australia Chief Executive Officer Jennifer Westacott said. Now, I mean, that's interesting. I've met so many people that have come over to Australia and have studied, high quality postgraduate qualification, and then couldn't get work in that industry in Australia. The Business Council has released a paper proposing several short-term fixes to help the economy weather the storm of high inflation, supply chain issues, and skilled worker shortfalls approaching 500,000 jobs. Its release follows Treasurer Jim Chalmers' sobering economic update to Parliament on Thursday, in which he revealed inflation is expected to peak at a higher than expected 7.75% by the end of the year. Ms. Westacott told the ABC more immediate relief could be found by fast-tracking visas, offering extensions to working holiday makers and pathways to permanent residence for international students. If you can't get someone to pick fruit, if you can't get someone to do the work, that just goes straight into shortages and prices, she said. We've got to actually rebrand Australia as a place where we want people to come and work. Ms. Westacott said the Prime Minister's Jobs and Skills Summit on September 1 would be a big opportunity to reset around the big issues. The summit will aim to bring employers, interest groups and unions together to find common ground on enterprise bargaining, migration and other issues in a bid to boost productivity and get wages moving. Okay. I'm sure a shortfall of 500,000 jobs will get wages moving 100%. It may not affect productivity, and it will increase the costs of goods and services for people, but in the meantime, what we're saying is we should pull every lever that's in our control to get rid of friction and blockages in the economy. Ms. Westacott says rising inflation would heighten the pain already being felt by businesses, even if they were in better shape than those in other countries. She also suggests cutting red tape as an immediate priority. I think that's just a general policy, cutting red tape, regardless of what's going on. But that's just my position. The chief executive of Victoria's peak business body is preparing his pitch to the federal government on ways to boost the economy in the short term. Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chief Executive Paul Guerrier has also called for visa extensions and improved pathways to jobs for international students. In architecture, we had a lot of international students studying at QUT, and many of them stayed here, and now, years later, they've built families, they've started practices. These are the type of people that you want to migrate here to Australia. You want people that want to settle and build a future. But it was still quite a challenge for a lot of them to get work and opportunities. One of the advantages in my course was you would work while you studied. So that'd be a really good way for someone to really hone their professional vocabulary. So, second, we should accelerate the visa approvals process. We know there's a backlog. Let's get the backlog cleared, he told 3AW Radio. And importantly, maybe it's time temporarily to relax skill list requirements so we get people in the country who can work. What about addressing some other issues which are disincentivizing people from working? Maybe we should look at that. The updated Treasury forecast released on Thursday also include weaker than expected economic growth and falling real wages. Treasury Secretary Stephen Kennedy has urged the government to begin repairing the budget as quickly as possible to contain debt and to bolster the coffers for other crises such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Clearly, we are now around full employment, and it is appropriate for fiscal consolidation to now occur and for monetary policy to normalise, Dr. Kennedy said in a speech to the Australian National University on Wednesday night, which was published on Friday morning. The Treasurer is yet to outline a detailed plan to repair the budget, but he has accused his predecessors of accumulating $1 trillion of debt with nothing to show for it. He will deliver his first budget on October 25th. Well, let's have a talk about this one, guys. Calls for migration. Is anyone surprised? At all? Is anyone surprised? I mean, do you want wage growth? So that means you need to restrict supply of skill or labor to the market, and that will drive up wages. But what if there's no one there willing to do the job? What do you reckon, everyone? Let me know your thoughts on this one. Hey, at least it'll be good for housing, the university sector, and student accommodation. Won't all those industries be happy? I'm waiting to see them try those sectors start to lobby for this. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I discuss here, there are a few ways you can help out. You can support us via YouTube or Patreon. And thank you to the new viewer who has just become a Patreon. I appreciate it very much. I'll add you to the end in a few once I get it all sorted. You can use our referral links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband, buy our Pocket Squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. 500,000 jobs. Remember when New South Wales Premier was calling for 2 million migrants? Interesting times, guys. Interesting times.